Hello, beautiful souls. My name is Ivona. Welcome to my channel, Rose Healing Light. Thank you for stopping by and watching the video. I hope you find it useful and you can also enjoy it too. This will be a reading, an intuitive card reading with spiritual guidance for the full moon in Scorpio, and also a Reiki, a Reiki, sorry, healing session. Yes, and this will be for the full moon in Scorpio, which also is a lunar eclipse. And this happens to be, sorry guys, and this happens to be on the 5th of May. So it's Friday, the 5th of May, 2023. And it's about, I think it's in the 14 degrees and 58 minutes of the sign of Scorpio. So it's almost the 15th degree. The 15th degree. Yeah, and it does happen around, like, so it's let's say the UK, the European time is about 6:34 p.m. So it will be at about 1:34 p.m. Eastern time, and you can guys adjust your time for the time for your time zone, please, to know the exact timing. I just wanted to say, as I said, that's a lunar eclipse as well, so it's going to be extra potent, right? The energies of the full moon are going to be extra potent. It's a full moon in Scorpio, so what I'm hearing is that it would be good for you guys to know perhaps where Scorpio lies or falls in your chart, in your astrological birth chart. And for those, so if you don't know it, perhaps maybe for some of you, you may want to take an interest in that, perhaps, or if you listen to your favorite astrologers, bear in mind that there's an individual effect, right, of, let's say, this full moon in Scorpio on you and wherever it specifically falls in your chart. Yeah, so I just feel this is just perhaps just a specific extra message from the angels for you guys. Also, as always, I already have Archangel Metatron and Archangel Michael with us. So I work with the angels when I do my readings, and also with Reiki session. I've got those two archangels. They also have, and they will stay with us for protection, for blessings, and for clarity of guidance. And I was also told that there may be some other archangels coming to assist us. I've already felt actually Archangel Jophiel. So she's the feminine type of an angel with us as well. And if there's any other archangel, I will try to name him or her. And remember that the angels don't really have gender, right? But we do sometimes tend to see them as a female or a male. Yeah, and I think this is all in terms of and the intro part of things. I will have yeah, I have today, I have three angel tarot cards for you guys with the three clarifiers from energy and spirit. Yeah, it's energy and spirit oracle deck, and we will pull two more cards, or one or two more cards from the Moonology deck just at the end. And then we will move on to the Reiki healing session, right? The Reiki healing session is meant and designed to help you through the let's say through the full moon and an eclipse season energies, so it can give you any kind of, I would say, relaxation or comfort or any healing that you will need at this time. It is also, remember that it is also a timeless healing session, right? So you can really listen to it, or you can watch it as many times as you wish, and you can also watch this Reiki healing session after the eclipse season. And perhaps just one more thing, remember guys, that some of these messages, I mean, they will apply to the present moment and the eclipse season, so perhaps about 2-3 weeks after also the full moon, right? Because these energies will be present. But remember guys, that because it's the eclipse season, and these energies can bring changes, and some of these messages may pertain to something that is perhaps in the next 6 months, right? So there's always a bit of a 6 months process with let's say with the eclipse season and with the changes that we experience. All right, okay, so I think let's just go ahead and get started. And we will actually also start with, so actually the first, I've got two cards, actually one is more important, which is from the Angel Guide Oracle deck. And I just wanted, so these cards answer the question, what do you most need to know in order for yourself, right? In order to help you navigate the energies and situations, right, of the eclipse season, for your best and highest good, but also with ease and grace. Yeah, so I'm going to try to pass on the messages as best as I can. There'll always be, because this is also full moon, and I read, usually there'll be some shadow aspects, perhaps illuminated, and advice, right? These cards, the first two cards, are more about, so they are a little bit like a theme, or they are more also like the guidance for you. What is the quality perhaps that you want to focus on? And again, during the full moon and after the full moon phase, right? So that it can bring you, let's say, the best, let's say, advice, or the best help, I would say, or maybe the best healing, right? So you can use, so these first two cards, let me just read them. They're just like more for you, like as a quality that you can embody, or you can use, you can meditate on this quality, or you can perhaps journal or do your inner work with it, right? So the first advice is raise your vibration. um, so as probably many of you know, the eclipse season can bring very intense energies. There may be a lot of tension. This is what I'm hearing. Um, there may be obviously various difficult situations, perhaps in life, or situations which can be very complicated. Also, there may be some miscommunication, because we also have Mercury in retrograde, right? I feel like I do want to refer you guys, because I'm not an astrologer, and I would just like to refer you, if you are really interested in astrology and I reference astrology, then please follow and listen to perhaps your best or your most favorite astrologers. The advice usually from the angels comes that try to find spiritually based astrologers, right? And astrologers who are perhaps whose teachings are also a lot about, let's say, shadow and inner work as well, right? I guess it may be just better for you guys, rather than, let's say, predictive astrologers, right? Right? Okay. No, there's nothing. I'm just saying, there's nothing wrong with predictions, but you do want to look at this and the energies also from, let's say, a self-development perspective and growth, right? So raise your vibration is the first. Sorry, guys, I already feel like I have a bit of not that I have difficulty breathing, but there's some heavier energies, and I believe that some of you may be experiencing that. I'm hearing that, yes, breath work or breathing in the right way may help you with perhaps releasing tension. But just coming back to the main message from the angels, raise your vibration. So they're just telling me that many of you already know how to do it, or you have used methods to raise your vibration, like, for example, meditation, or listening to uplifting music, right? Or positive affirmations, to simply raise, let's say, your mood, raise your vibrations, right? Uplift your mind as well. Yeah, so I think I would just leave it as it is. So you guys using your methods, any type of healing or inner work type of methods, also prayer and meditation. But even if it's just relaxing music, anything that helps you calm down and perhaps feel a little bit more in balance, right? Especially when something, let's say, odd happens, all right, or something disturbing. And this also comes with a card, with a beautiful card which says yes. And I have felt with this, perhaps say yes to life, or say yes to perhaps anything that comes your way, and it feels like an opportunity, right? And even though you may have perhaps mixed emotions, or you may not be sure about it, or you may even have resistance, but I feel the angels are there with you, they're supporting you, you have spirit always with you on your side, and I feel like they're just telling you, say yes, just say yes to it, and allow yourself perhaps to receive and to explore what it is that this can offer you. All right, all right. So now we are going to move to tarot and oracle portion, and we've got the first card. No, okay, we can be reading, so we can read it a little bit like past, present, future, but I think that three cards are also telling me a story. Is the High Priestess. Before I start, also I wanted to say that there is something in the cards, and for many of you there may be an aspect of either a community or a group, right? Like a social group coming up, or also group, for example, of close friends and friendships coming up as well, or group, for example, like a family members. There may be some, I'm going to talk about it in a moment with the second card, but there may be perhaps also some issues arising to do with a group, right? Or how you feel perhaps in a community. And maybe some of you will want to perhaps leave a group, or let's say your friends, behind and move on. But I will talk about it in a moment. I just wanted to mention it because I feel like kind of there's quite a lot going on around this kind of aspect and subject. Also, I wanted just to mention that Pluto now has moved into Aquarius, and Aquarius does represent, let's say, this aspect of social group, community, and this kind of things. All right, and let's start. Sorry, guys. With the High Priestess, and this comes with a beautiful card, Your Eternal Spirit. So I think with these two cards are really highly spiritual, guys. I feel like first of all it's a confirmation and affirmation for you to continue. Remember to continue with your spiritual practice and to continue to remember that spirit, God, universe, highest source is always with you on this journey. It will always be with you, and it's always accessible and I would say attainable and available to you, right? So anything, so if you need anything, any prayer at any point, just look up to God. I would say look up to spirit, or however you want to call it, right? It's, of course, that's your choice. This reminds me also with the High Priestess that ascended masters are also around you, or gods and goddesses. That's a feminine. I see this as a feminine card, so there may be feminine type of goddesses around you, and they're definitely there for you. I feel Kuan Yin. So for those who know Kuan Yin, she is also around now. She's come in and she's just telling me to let you know. So many of you, most of you may even try to connect with her. I also have Mother Mary here, right? And I think, yeah, I feel like Mother Mary is saying that most, if not all of you, know her already. So she would like me just to remind you, and she would like you to keep connecting with her and with any other perhaps High Priestess type of spirits if you feel you've known them in the past, right? There's a word of caution though that you just may want to make sure that you raise, so you want to make sure that you are in a clear space, and perhaps call upon, if you work with the angels or your spirit guides, call upon the angels to help you clear the energy or clear the energy on your own, and then perhaps connect with those spirit guides, so those, let's say, higher guides, those gods and those goddesses perhaps, and ascended masters, right? Just to make sure that you can differentiate the energy. But I'm feeling that I actually want to move on to a different message. And I feel also this is also listening to your intuition, trusting yourself, trusting your intuition, and also trusting your, I would say, spirit guides, but spirit guides of the highest light, right? And I would now suggest trusting that the goddess energy can be around you and she can be helping you. So there is really nothing strange about it, right? Remember that our mind can play tricks on us as well, right? And then so sometimes the darkness may come in, or you may question that. But ascended masters and gods and goddesses, they're always there for you, and they will always be there for you. So you can always call on them. And that's also, this represents, because your eternal spirit, I would say, remember that you are eternal as a spirit. You as a soul incarnated in a human body, you are also eternal. And that's also a reminder that you also have your higher self. And for those of you who perhaps like or prefer to do that, you can also connect with your higher self. I would say this is a soul star chakra and a crown chakra, but I feel like soul star chakra comes in here, and perhaps through your meditation you can also connect with your higher self, right? And then perhaps to receive further guidance, or to feel safe, or to ask for anything you need as well. All right, so let's move on to the second card, and the second card is actually Five of Ariel. With the card, and this card, you see, guys, this card is the card kinship. Let me just show you. Sorry, I hope my camera can, and it says community, sorry, at the bottom, and your group. But this card came in reversed, and I would say, so first of all, the Five of Ariel represents a bit of, I would say, there's an aspect of hardship or difficulty. It could be a material hardship for some. It could be different aspects of that, but in the midst of, in the midst of things, let's say, and what I've said, I feel the cards also are representing this some difficulty with the group, perhaps, or how do you connect with your community, perhaps, I don't know, community maybe in your local area, or how do you connect with other communities. Maybe some communities appear to you as like-minded people, so maybe you've already been connected with perhaps spiritual communities, right? But I feel like with this card, you are being reminded that not everyone is at the same level, and not everyone is at the same level of vibration, right? So you may just want to say if there's any difficulty that you've experienced. So because this card, it feels actually to me also uncomfortable with a group, then I would suggest that maybe this is just the time to, it's time to go. This is how I feel. And remember the lunar, so the eclipses, they have a tendency to eclipse things from our lives. And this means that they bring endings and beginnings as well, right? But here I feel like it may be time to, it may be, guys, it may be time to go, or it may be time to explore new opportunities and new possibilities in terms of perhaps finding better groups or better circle of friends as well, right? Friendships. There may be some issues perhaps also coming to do with your inborn, like your family, your kind of ancestors as well. um, yeah, but I would say anything that comes up, right? This is, I would say that this is the time for it. This is the time to acknowledge that things aren't working, and it's also time to take action, right? The appropriate action for you. Sometimes it may just be to withdraw from the family, or perhaps withdraw from the group, or change the group as well, right? But it may also mean that maybe you want to take time to meditate and maybe find your own healing first before you move on as well, right? But this would indicate that you have been changing, you have probably changed vibrations, so you probably are rising higher, and certain groups and certain people do not, let's say, resonate with you, or you don't resonate with them anymore, right? And that's why the change, right? So this, perhaps I would say, there's nothing to worry about. And if there is, but again, if there's anything difficult or anything strange, a hardship, then it will be an indication that you need to pay close attention to it, do your healing work or do your inner work, and try to find perhaps new solutions. Or you may just temporarily just withdraw from them, right? Yeah, if because it may not come straight away. All right. um okay, and the third card, and this is, I feel like this is actually all interrelated. So you see, guys, we've got Page of Michael and sorry guys, I need to breathe myself. Page of Michael is a lot about communication, so there may be some, again, issues, perhaps we've just spoken, right? Issues with communications in the group, perhaps, or in your family. Ten of Raphael, that's also, yeah, so I've got Archangel Raphael for you guys. He's the angel of healing, the Archangel of healing. He says that, yes, this can represent your family, it can represent family patterns that perhaps then have been represented in the group that you were perhaps part of, or perhaps or the community that you were part of. It could also be a little bit, they say to me, that it could be like an institutional group that you belong to because you had to, perhaps. It could be also at work, right? So it may also be something that you maybe didn't fully choose to be part of, but you had to be part of because of some other, let's say, duty or responsibility. So I would actually say, so Archangel Raphael is here to say that there can be, so there's quite a lot of healing going on, and for many of you, you've come here probably to hear the messages and and guidance for healing as well. So Archangel Raphael is just confirming he's there for you guys as well, and there's healing involved, and there needs to be healing done, especially for you guys, so that you can perhaps untangle some aspects, change some patterns for yourself, and also perhaps keep moving on a little bit, I would say. So don't get stuck, perhaps I would say, if something isn't working, don't get stuck in those, let's say, strange or even toxic communities or groups, right? I think Page of Michael here, so this also says that there is a communication. I've got one more card with this, guys, for you, and this is a journey guide card, but I'll talk in a moment about it. I just wanted to say that at the same, while this is also about communication, perhaps, or how information is passed on in the group, right, or in the community. So this is part of the issues, and also Mercury retrograde. But I also feel that actually there is some messages and messengers. So you may receive a message through a messenger, and what I mean by it could be a person. It may be a person who is perhaps a little bit distant from you, not a friend. It could be perhaps someone like a teacher on YouTube, but it can be even like a teacher or a mentor who you don't follow. So it feels like someone who is distant from you, but he may bring you quite a, like, I would say, very clear message and very powerful message to some extent. And yeah, and once you hear it, and when you are drawn to it, I would say, please listen and trust it. So you do need to trust. We suggested the High Priestess. You need to trust your intuition, but trust also your gut instincts, and trust the vibration. If you've attracted something new, or someone that maybe you've never really considered before as a mentor or as a teacher, but they are giving you a powerful message that suits you, right, or that resonates with you, listen, please, and trust yourself, right? Trust that this was the right time also for you to hear it. Sometimes this can also be like a harder type of, so I don't know, they do say, no, not discard, but sometimes the message is like a message which is delivered kind of like out of touch, so tactless a little bit, or a message, or like a harsher message. But this message may also pertain to some aspects of truth, right? So it can be, let's say, inconvenient a bit, or message that will perhaps hit you or hurt you a little bit, or you may feel like, wow. But then after some time and processing, I think you'll find a lot of truth in it, I would say, and a lot of, yeah, truth and honesty. But I would say truth, yeah, and honesty seems to be also important here. And let me just finish. I just want to, okay, let me just go with this card. So this card also came with those two cards, right? The community aspects and the communication and messenger. Um, and this is journey guide. So even though this does relate to travel, or I don't know, changing location, and maybe physically, to be honest, guys, maybe physically it does mean for you that you will be perhaps traveling. So maybe observe the community issues when you travel. Maybe you'll be traveling, I don't know, to see your family. So just also be okay, they're telling me be kind of cautious and conscious because Mercury is retrograde. So there may be some, perhaps there may be some issues with travel, right? Flight connections and things like that. But on the other hand, I wanted to say actually there's a different meaning to this card. And I feel like this journey guide, it's so there's a world. Obviously, you can see the world, right? Like the globe with the hands with beautiful light. So kind of it's like, let's say, like Reiki healing hands. And I wanted to say that perhaps it just talks about that. Remember that we are all community as all, let's say, species on the globe, right? On the planet. The journey guided to me, it feels like, remember that everything is a journey, that our life is a journey. And perhaps the more you approach many things this way, perhaps I would say the lighter it becomes, or the easier it becomes, right? Remember that I said how we can navigate the energies with ease and grace. Yeah, so I think the journey message is quite important here, right? Life is a journey, and really we journey through also difficulties and then our ups and downs, right? So even if we feel, let's say, ecstatic and everything is great, at some point we'll have to balance up, let's say, or balance, and then at some point we'll go down again, right? But just, yeah, I would say it's just a journey. It's a journey, and we're also interconnected, right? As a group, as a species on the planet, as a, yeah, all people perhaps. So there is a component of that to it. We've just been talking about group and how you connect to it, right? So remember that, yeah, you are part of something bigger, and you are part of like one big community, right? As well on the planet, even with animals. All right. Okay. I think it's been 20, right? So, okay, they're just telling me to take one, I think. Should I just, let me just shuffle because I want to make sure. Yeah. Yeah, so this is okay. And they just say that this is okay. So they've got just one last card, which is, let's say, a bit of an advice card. I feel like it also relates to Mercury is still retrograde. Yeah, I'm just checking. Um, but they do say that because Mercury does, and Mercury actually is in the sign of Taurus and the Sun, so we are now in the Taurus season as well. And the full moon is in Scorpio. Scorpio is the opposite sign. So they do say that obviously everything is interrelated, right? And that's why this card seems like it relates to Mercury retrograde. But they do say that through the eclipse season, there will be perhaps communication issues highlighted, and let's say misinformation, misguidance, miscommunication as well. And what the advice is, it says talk less and feel more, right? So because this is full moon in Scorpio, Scorpios are a water sign. So yeah, perhaps just get in touch with your feelings, guys. Go get into meditation, to the quiet space, go for a walk, and yeah, try to maybe release something to calm down your mind, and then listen to what you truly feel, right? Or what your true feelings are about the situation, or about the person, or about anything else. All right. And I feel like the feelings, your feelings, and also well, your feelings are really going to give you perhaps a lot of insights through the full moon phase, right? So not only, I mean, in the full moon phase, but remember that it will continue for about perhaps at least 2 weeks afterwards. All right. All right. Okay, I think I'm going to stop here. So this is the end of our reading for the full moon lunar eclipse in Scorpio. And now we're going to move to a Reiki. Sorry, guys, let me just adjust my position. To a Reiki healing session. All you need to do is just to relax, make yourself comfortable. You can sit down, so you can sit comfortably, but you can also lie down if you wish. we are going to work in silence, but I probably will also speak whenever I feel guided to. Yeah, and you can invite also perhaps your angels, or you can invite your own light and your own protection for this session as well. Um, yeah, and just stay open, just relax and stay open to receive, I would say. All right. So I now begin to offer you the highest frequencies of Reiki energy for your highest good. You can take a few deep breaths just to slow down your mind, slow down your thoughts, release stress, worry, any tension that you hold in your body. You can keep breathing through the session as well. Breathing helps to bring you to the center as well, and allow yourself to relax and receive. So I am now activating Reiki symbols, a power symbol and an emotional symbol, and also a distant symbol. I have now invited also Archangel Michael, who is going to bring protection and shielding and guidance for each of you individually, and for all of us, all of you and me, and for all of us as a collective and as a group as well. As I said, you can listen and repeat this Reiki healing session as many times as you wish. There's no limit to that. It's limitless. And you can also send your own prayers and intentions for this Reiki session, and it's going to serve you and for your highest good. Just allow yourself to receive and relax and breathe. You can try to uncross your legs and your arms, just for the better flow of the energy. Reiki is there with you. Reiki is universal life force energy, is the energy that we all breathe in and breathe every day with. That's the energy that gives us life. And it's always there to help us. Yeah, Reiki does no harm. It can only help you. If you, just be willing to receive and set your intention for your highest good. If you have tension in your life, remember to bring your protection first, and bring archangels to help you with it. Breathing will always help to release them from within. Okay, let's work a little bit with the tension in your life or in your body right now. So you may just bring your attention to your heart center and just keep breathing. You can visualize a white or white diamond white light around you as a protective and healing force. And archangels are surrounding you in this moment in time, in this situation that brings tension to you. And the archangels are going to stay with you, surround you with the light, and continue to help you. You can always call upon them at any time. Archangel Michael and Archangel Raphael are the main two guides for today. Allow your solar plexus chakra to release and balance. Allow yourself to let go. Let go of the tension. Let go of the thoughts that no longer serve you. Let go and continue to relax. Just relax and release. The full moon is a wonderful time of a release and letting go. So the practice of release and letting go is going to help you through the energies and through this phase of the moon. Make sure you listen to people who uplift you and who give you uplifting guidance, not the critical ones. Pay attention to your feelings and your emotions. There'll be source of guidance, and there'll be source of your own internal compass and truths. And your own internal honesty will be important now. And we continue with the healing session. Continue to relax, continue to breathe, and continue to receive. You don't need to fight. You don't need to fight for this. Just relax, receive, let go. Allow spirit to guide you through the situation. Allow spirit to guide you now. Allow the angels and archangels to continue to be there with you. Mother Mary, is also there for you. Or any goddesses of the light that you feel connected to, that you feel connected to. Let's surround the globe and our beautiful Mother Earth with the light collectively right now. So while you receive Reiki, we're just sending love and light. You can visualize it. Also a beautiful light surrounding Mother Earth, the planet Earth, the globe, for protection, for clearing and cleansing as well, and for upliftment, for sustenance, and just to say thank you. So it's just to send gratitude. Yeah, we are all connected here on the earth. We are connected as humans, and we are also connected with the animals. We are connected with the plants and any living beings really on the planet Earth. We are also connected with our homes, our houses, and also the material goods. And it is good to honor this too. So let's just uplift this connection at the moment. Let's just visualize the beautiful white light surrounding all that there is on the planet Earth. We're in Taurus season now, so the Taurus does relate to this aspect of life a lot. And I am now bringing also a clear quartz crystal to the session. Reiki continues to flow. The clear quartz is just going to help with clearing some negative energies that may be surrounding you. Archangel Michael is also there with you. You can ask him to clear your energy wherever you wish your energy to be cleared. You can ask him to cut the cords with anyone, any toxic people or a person that you perhaps you have around in your midst, or you perhaps keep thinking of at the moment. The clear quartz is just a beautiful amplifier of the energy, so it's just helping us to continue with the Reiki session for your highest good and to have the best experiences as you can have today. Yeah, also clear cords can be used for cutting cords, cutting energetic and etheric cords with other people, also with situations, with your own beliefs as well. So you can clear yourself from old belief systems, let's say, and old beliefs within you. We continue. So Archangel Michael is there for you. If you wish to send him any requests or any prayers, then do it now. Yeah, he's showing me that he's doing a collective clearing as well. So he's clearing the energy around me and around all of you guys. Just continue to breathe, continue, allow yourself to receive. Let Archangel Michael to perhaps show you if there is any message for you, or there are specific places perhaps, or spots, or which need your attention right now. And he's asking me to invite you to call upon him at any time you need this kind of process, or you need clearing, or you need protection, or you need guidance with this kind of situations. Archangel Michael is always there for you, and he's the angel of the archangel of protection, of strength and courage as well. Yes, and he can help you clear the cords and help you release what no longer serves you as well. Okay, so we continue to work with Archangel Michael for a moment. We also continue with Reiki. Reiki is still here with us as always. I feel like Reiki is harmonizing the energy. He's beautifying the energy for you. Archangel Jophiel is healing your heart center as well. It's bringing harmony. So Reiki is a beautiful love and light energy at the moment. It's bringing loads of love to you guys. Allow yourself to receive love from others. And we are slowly now coming to close to this session. Just a few last touches by Reiki energy, by beautiful cleansing energy with Archangel Michael. Continue to breathe, just relax, keep relaxing. You don't need to do anything as yet. I am now sealing your energy with a beautiful Reiki symbol for your highest good. And the session is now complete. You can continue to relax and continue to breathe. Allow yourself some time to process the energies and to assimilate the healing and the healing energies. And you may journal or take a pen and paper and write down whatever you have received during the session, if this is what you wish to do. All right, so we're just finishing the session. I'm wishing you a peaceful, good, and wonderful and beautiful, as much as it can be, eclipse season and the full moon eclipse, lunar eclipse in Scorpio. Take care of yourselves, guys. Drink lots of water. Take good care of yourselves and treat yourself well, I would say. And until next time, I'm sending you much love. With love and light, namaste.